The following is a Just Green production brought to you by the Might Be News Network.
Hello, everyone. It's the week of May 6, 2019. My name is Taylor Cooper, and this might be news to you. What up, everybody? Season 5, Episode 2, Might Be News, MBNnetwork.com. It's never been easier for you to find your new favorite podcast. We're on YouTube now. You can even ask Alexa to play us, and she will. She will.
Dope is that?
Yep.
I tried that on my Alexa, and it worked.
Yeah. Now, I tried it, so in our time-space continuum, we're recording on Friday. I tried it yesterday, which was Thursday, and that's when the new Foundation Radio preview came out.
Yep.
So that's what it played. Now, when did you try it?
The same day that you sent the...
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to try it today.
It'll be the newest thing, most likely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. So on Monday, when our show comes out, ask Alexa, and it'll play our show. Tuesday, it'll play Relatable Radio, so on and so forth. It's pretty awesome.
I'm really excited about it.
I was so happy when I found that out. I started jumping up and down.
We play through Alexa via an app called TuneIn. So I guess that might be an app that you can download. I haven't downloaded it yet.
It is.
That's what it is.
I have that app on my phone, and it's just like another internet radio. So you can any radio show you can listen to live and all that type of stuff.
It's just a new platform that we're on now, and that allows you to do it Alexa, which is dope. Very cool.
Buddy!
With me, as always, co-host Kev. What up, Kev?
I'm so happy to be here right now.
What up, Danny?
What's up?
And Steve from Might Be Brews is here with us tonight. What up?
Yo, thanks for having me over,
Hi,
guys.
Steve.
Man.
Guess what?
What?
He's drinking.
He's drinking.
This is Steve's first time on our show.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I didn't really think about that. Or what do you tell me?
Turn my headphones up.
I'm trying to.
There's no snare in my headphones.
Turn the beat up.
Is that the one?
No, not at all.
Well, find your cord, Kev. Point it out to me. We're wasting time. Help me.
Go ahead.
Help you.
Kev's not even plugged in.
Should be that one.
I got nothing. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Jesus
But whatever.
Christ.
But yeah, dude. Let's get it started.
Okay, so we're back for week 2. I'm very excited about this. Now, Kev, you were really mad at me last week.
So mad.
You were really mad.
Dude, so okay. You played it. You outplayed it. First of all,
Well, he did not outplay.
I did not outplay.
He did not
outplayed
outplay.
it. Outplayed it.
I did not outplay.
You outplayed it.
It's-
the button was tired by the end of the show.
It has yet to be outplayed.
It was outplayed. But the dude, I wasn't mad. I was mad. I don't even know how to say this. I was mad. But the only reason that I was mad is I don't have the capability to be able to make something to come back at you for it. I would be so okay, and we would fucking have button battles.
Yeah.
And the buttons would be tired by the end of the show for sure if I had the capability to do it. But I don't. And that's what I was mad about. I wasn't mad that you made the song or the jingle or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
See, I think you kind of were, but then, I understand like where you're coming from with it. And, Amy told me that when she came over to record Relatable Radio is that exact reason is why you were so upset. And,
because dude, I left the show. I was like, how am I going to get back at him? I'm like, what am I going to do? Fucking say, screw yourself like I do every fucking episode? I have no way to make one.
There's no way for you to do it. And like, so I thought about that,
Okay.
I'm a considerate friend, Kev.
Okay.
And I thought about that, and I try to like put myself in your shoes. And I thought about it because like, what are you supposed to do? Am I supposed to like help you with it? Because I am the only one pretty much sitting at this table that knows how to make something like that.
Right.
So what am I supposed to do? Just help you? And so like I sat down and I thought about it, and I said, what would I want? What would Kev do if he could? And this is what I came up with.
He's always thinking of ways to make this bigger and better.
I really look up to Taylor.
Taylor's voice
my
is like
God.
velvet.
His dick is huge.
I always wanted to grow up to be just like Taylor.
Thank God Taylor's here, or we'd all be friends.
Taylor is the reason that all of this is happening for us. He is the man with the master plan.
Kev sucks ass.
Dude, how did you nail that so well? How did you nail that so well?
So what happened? That was the first thing that I came up with because, like, I feel like that's how it would play out.
Because you love sucking your own dick.
No. Listen. If I were to sit there and help you do something like that, I feel like that's how it would have turned out.
Okay.
But because you don't have the capabilities of doing it, I had to just really let go, And this is what I came up with the second time around.
You sound like an ass. I hate Taylor's voice. He's always like, welcome to the show. Any more stupid podcast ideas we can add to this network? Taylor, shut up.
He's not even relatable.
Taylor, I hate your face.
He's always busy doing podcast shit.
I look like a penis.
Dude, that was great. That was great.
All right.
That was good.
So
that was good.
Now the question is, Kev, do you have your point in your review and everything for tonight? So I don't have to play this
second episode. Why would I not? Because it's when we get to halfway,
the third or the fourth episode.
Why would I not?
So I don't have to play the sounder, but now you have a sounder. Now you can request the sounder anyway, and I may or may not play the good one. I might play the good one. Or I might play the best.
Dude, so it's going to be a surprise which one is played.
So it's going to be, but I just cut the whole thing.
No, wait. I really like this idea because you have two sounders. You have a good one for you and a bad one for you.
And only a bad one for me.
Well, no. If Kev calls you out on something and he's legit, you get the bad one.
Yeah.
But
I like it too.
But if you think it's a bogus call out, then you get the good one.
But I want you to cut the whole thing and just play yourself saying you look like a penis. That's it.
Well, listen, I want the important thing here is, Kev, is that I was considerate of your feelings this week.
I appreciate that.
And I value our friendship, and I didn't want you walking around all fucking mad. And realistically, I'm a very nice person, so...
He's always thinking of ways to make this bigger and better.
I really look up to Taylor.
Taylor's voice is like velvet.
His dick is huge.
I always wanted to grow up to be just like Taylor.
Thank God Taylor's here or we'd all be fucked.
Taylor is the reason that all of this is happening for us. He is the man with the master plan.
Kev sucks ass.
The man with the master plan.
All right. Tater tot. Let's go.
All right. Dan, you got some good news?
I sure do.
All right, here we go.
Hey, did you hear the news?
This better be good.
You want the good news or the bad news?
Give me the good stuff.
All right, Danny, season 5, week 2, what do you got?
All right, my first story was actually sent to me by Jackie from Relatable Radio. It's of this kid named Tyler. When Tyler was in 6th grade, his dad was in the military fighting over in Iraq. Well, he came back, and his dad was suffering from some pretty severe PTSD, which a lot of our military suffer from. It included night terrors, screaming, and intense fear while sleeping. Well, fast forward, Tyler's in college now, and he teamed up with students at his college, and he created a smartphone and a smartwatch app that people with PTSD can wear to bed at nighttime, and it will sense when somebody is about to have a PTSD attack, and it will use vibrations and gentle sounds to make the attacks stop while still letting the veteran sleep throughout the night.
Wow.
This is something
Genius.
that could help out so many people. And hopefully, this actually, gets mass produced because it could really help out a lot of people.
So what? I mean, I understand the concept of it, but like I guess your heart rate would elevate when you're about to have a PTSD attack, or
Yeah, I guess it controls or it monitors your breathing, your heart rate, and that type of stuff. Because like a lot of these
smartwatches
Fitbit
monitor
just-
your breathing.
it can monitor that
Some
type of
can.
stuff.
Wow.
Like a lot of the Fitbits now, when you wear them to bed at nighttime, it tracks your sleep. So it knows when you're in a light sleep, a deep sleep,
Right.
the REM cycle,
Yeah.
all that type of stuff.
Yep.
So, I mean, there are those type of sensors, like my Apple Watch. It can, give me an EK or ECG or something like that and see my heartbeat and everything.
That's crazy.
So, I
the
mean,
heartbeat will tell you too if you're asleep because it'll be a resting heartbeat. And if you're having a nightmare or a night terror or something like that,
it sees a spike
It'll
in
see
your
some
heart
spikes,
rate.
yeah.
It'll use these gentle vibrations and these very light noises where it kind of takes you out of that REM cycle where you have those vivid dreams.
Right.
And it'll almost wake you up, but not fully wake you up, so you get out of those.
That's
those
crazy.
attacks. Yeah,
That's nuts.
wild stuff.
very cool.
So good for this guy for for figuring this out to help other people. My next story, I actually posted this on the Facebook page. I talked about this company before, Chewy. Chewy's a company that offers dog food, dog treats, and that type of stuff. It costs less than the store, and it's delivered straight to your house. This story is about a pug that was on prescription dog food. And this dog food costs like $70 a bag. So,
Holy Jesus.
yeah. Crazy.
I'm in that boat, and it sucks.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So I guess when you sign up on this Chewy website, you upload a photo of your dog. Well, this dog passed away. The owner reached out to Chewy and said, "Hey, look, our dog passed away. We have this unopened bag of dog food, and we want to see if we can return it." Chewy responded and said, "Take the dog food to the local shelter, donate it to them. We will refund your money and your shipping cost."
Wow.
Thought it was done and over with. A few weeks later, they get a card in the mail and a package. The card was a sympathy card. It's hard to say goodbye to the loved ones. They will always be remembered and cherished. With heartfelt sympathy, Chewy. Signed by everybody that works there.
Wow.
In the package was an oil painting of the dog that passed away.
Get the hell out of
So
here.
they went
Wow.
on to the profile, saw the photo that they uploaded, and they hired an artist to make an oil painting and sent it to this family.
That's incredible.
That's dope.
It's just awesome. Seeing companies go that extra mile for their customers makes me want to do business with that company.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that
For
was
sure.
really, really cool story. And good for Chewy showing, it's not all about business. So good for them.
That's great. That's very cool.
And that's what I got for good news.
Excellent job, Danny. Okay, so I have a couple stories this week. First thing, I meant to mention it last week, but I didn't. I just wanted to say rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. That happened while we were on break, and I've been seeing a lot of really cool things to do with that. A lot of unity out in the community where he's from. A lot of gang unification things that have taken place. It's been a very unifying thing out there, and I hope that it continues. It's very cool. That's just one thing that I just forgot about from last week.
I never heard of the dude until he passed away.
I was the same thing.
Me too.
He had a bunch of mixtapes. I wasn't huge into him until
Whose record label was he on?
I think he was doing his own thing.
Yeah, I think he was independent.
Yeah, Interscope maybe, but I thought he was independent.
Okay.
But he has his debut album Victory Lap was nominated for a Grammy last year. And it was really good. I don't remember what else came out around the same time, but I was focused more on something else when it came out, so I kind of went over it, but I didn't really stick with it. And once he died, I've mentioned it. I was on Joe Schmo Radio while we were on break. Shout out to those guys. And I was talking about it with them. And one cool thing about social media now, like we talk about like the negatives of social media and
Yeah.
how like shitty people can be and politics and blah blah blah. But one really cool thing about social media that I don't think it's enough credit is the fact that like different celebrities and different people who know these people who passed away get the opportunity to share personal stories. And a lot of my favorite rappers and producers and things of that nature were posting incredible stories about this guy and things that he was doing for his community. Literally, when he got shot, he was taking somebody to the store that he owns to get him some clothes for job interviews and things of that nature. Somebody who just got out of prison. He was trying to get him started, and that's when he was murdered. So really nice guy and just really crazy thing. And I have a greater appreciation for his music now. I think you guys should check it out. It's good. I think you'd like it, Kev. It's pretty decent.
Huh.
I did see that they are taking his memorial down that's outside of his clothing store.
Yeah.
Because that there's a lot of people trying to make money panhandling and selling knockoff merchandise and fake T-shirts.
Yep.
And they don't want his reputation to be thought of that way. So they're taking his memorial down so, it's just, it doesn't get tampered like that.
Right.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
It is. But anyway, the story, I had it on kind of the back burner last week, but I wanted to talk about it because it's pretty nuts. So there is a cat emergency in Australia.
Emergency.
Has anybody heard anything about this?
No. I briefly saw a story about it.
Cats. Australia is trying to kill like 2 million feral cats by 2020. Feral felines are driving the country's native species into extinction. There's people dropping poisoned sausages out of airplanes. There's people straight up going out and hunting parties. Like, this is a government regulated thing in Australia that they're trying to basically, like in Louisiana. What is that with the gator hunters? What is it?
Oh, swamp people.
Like those, they get paid to go out here and kill these animals because otherwise, like they need to.
So they get money for bringing dead cats in.
Yeah.
Yo, that's dope.
There's a lot of them, and they're killing. They're like driving different birds and like mice and shit. Like
they're not native to that. Yeah. You remember the episode of The Simpsons where Bart brought a frog?
Yep.
You remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah, that kind of shit happens.
But like when I lived in Florida, like there's feral cats everywhere in Florida, and this is even crazier than that. And
2
I can't
million.
imagine. Yeah, they're trying to kill a lot of cats. They're trying to kill a lot of cats. It's nuts. So the next thing I had to talk about is the first drone delivery transplant of an organ in Baltimore. Danny, I think you posted this.
Yep.
Do you know a lot about this story?
I sure do, because this was going to be my point tonight.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Never mind. See, usually I ask you that before the thing. All right, so, and I didn't, because I'm a bad host. Here we go.
You sound like an ass. I hate Taylor's voice. He's always like, welcome to the show. Any more stupid podcast ideas we can add to this network? Taylor, shut up.
He's not even relatable.
Taylor, I hate your face.
He's always busy doing podcast shit.
I look like a penis.
So I do dig it.
Okay.
But this is supposed to be my soundbite to get back at you.
Yes.
And as much shit talking as I do on this show to you specifically,
Yeah.
you couldn't use one clip of myself?
I was trying to do it without you
Jesus
knowing.
Christ.
And I'm not going to sit here and spend all week combing through episodes to find funny commentary from you, Kev. I don't have time for that.
Why not? It'd be worth it.
You know what? You're ungrateful. This whole thing was for you, and you're sitting here. No. Come on, Kev. Come on, Kev.
Come on, Kev. Come on, Kev.
I'm fucking disgusted with you.
You're fucking up, Kev.
Hint, fucking hint.
Great job as always, Danny.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, that worked out well because you're getting ready to cover that story that I was talking about.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Fantastic job, Danny.
Thanks.
All right.
You not so much though.
Yeah, me not so much. Fuck you, Kev. All right, so I have one more story to talk about, and then we're going to take a break. When we come back, we have What's the Point and Late Review. I went and saw Avengers Endgame last week on Tuesday.
That's the one that was over 3 hours long.
It's 3.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like right at 3 hours.
Okay.
But I heard like it had everybody's attention from beginning to end.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be my review, so I'll talk about it. But this story, it smashes box office records with $1.2 billion opening weekend.
Just the opening weekend, 1.2 billion.
Just opening weekend
globally.
$350 million in the U.S. and $859 million internationally, including $330.5 million in China.
Does that say what the original record or the original holder was, the number one spot?
It was the last Avengers, but I don't remember the numbers.
Yeah, I don't remember the numbers either. Let me see.
I'm going to see the 350 that they made domestically. It was like 275.
640 million was the previous high water mark for a global opening was Endgame's predecessor, Infinity War, which opened to the tune of $640.5 million. So
it almost doubled it.
It almost doubled it.
No shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about it in the review, but that's like dumb money.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
Dumb money. I mean, it's like I said, I saw it. It was really good. We'll get into it in the review, but
well, and even to think about, it's 2019. There are so many sites where you can go stream that movie for free.
That's just
so many
2 days
bootlegs that you can get of that movie, and for it still to make that much money, that's incredible.
So the Russo brothers, the guys that directed the movie, they're not on contract to do anymore. This is definitely the end of a chapter in what they're doing with the movies. But I knew it was going to crush it at the box office, but $1.2 billion in the first couple of days is just bananas.
And what's the total overall winner? I know it's Avatar, but I don't remember the number.
Avatar is
like 5 billion.
Globally, it earned $2.78 billion.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
dude. I remember seeing previews for Avatar. I forget what we were seeing. I was with you. When I saw previews for Avatar, and I swore that looked like a dumb movie. And then I went and saw it, and dude, every time it's on now, I watch it.
Yeah,
because I love it.
I can't get into it.
What?
Yeah,
I thought it was just okay. It was.
Yeah,
it was okay.
I can't get it. Like I'm like those type of movies. I don't do the Marvels. I couldn't do Avatar, Star Trek, Star Wars, whatever that is. I couldn't do.
No,
those.
I don't like any of that crap either. Star Trek, Star Wars, I hate it. But
weren't you telling me to watch one of the Star Wars?
Nope, not me. I
don't know what it was. Then.
I was telling you to watch Star Wars. I love Star Wars.
I hate it, but I think my love for the Avatar movie comes from seeing it in theaters in 3D.
Okay, yeah,
So-
Let me just
Dude, that scene with
Avatar-
those little floaty things, dude, bananas.
The movie itself, I mean, regardless of whether or not you think that the story is just recycled Pocahontas, the special effects really moved the bar up quite a few notches as far as just like main characters not being real. You know what I mean? Like they really pushed the bar with that movie, and I mean, they're supposedly coming out with a couple more in the next few years.
It took them a while to make, didn't it?
And apparently they're making them at like the same time too. I think I think they have like 3 or 4 more.
Probably because it took so long to make the first one.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because that movie was crazy. I remember seeing it in theaters in 3D, and that shit was mind blowing. But they also came out with a new Star Wars trailer for the Return of the Skywalker. Or some shit. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait.
I'm pumped.
Can't wait, Kev.
Is there still more Star Wars stories left?
So this is the last one that has to do with every, thing that we know about Star Wars. Okay.
So Disney will take it further, and
Yeah, they're gonna make new things.
they have to because there's too much money on the table.
Why
not
would you
to.
not?
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they got Jon Favreau making a show for their Disney Plus thing we talked about, The Mandalorian. That's a Star Wars based thing, and it doesn't have to do with, I don't think, like the universe that they're in currently. But this is like the end of that whole Star Wars Skywalker whole thing. So, do you have any interest in seeing the new Avengers, Kev?
Dude, I haven't watched an Avengers movie. I can't even tell you how long. It's been forever. What I did recently watch was where Superman dies, Wonder Woman, Flash,
Justice League?
Batman.
Justice League?
Dude, I watched that on HBO. Phenomenal. I fucking loved it. Fucking Wonder Woman is fucking gangster.
Bro, have you seen Wonder Woman, the movie?
No, that's on HBO too.
My
I
guy.
haven't seen that yet.
My guy, go home and watch Wonder Woman tonight.
Really?
She is gangster.
Dude, she's dope.
Yo,
I love her.
There's a scene
Shot, too.
That movie. Danny, have you seen Wonder Woman?
I haven't seen any of those.
Yo, you should. Steve, you've seen Wonder Woman?
Yes, very good.
I loved it. It takes place
Yes,
during
very
what,
good.
World War One?
Yeah.
Gangster. Wow. Like, yo.
I like that movie better than Superman versus Batman.
Me too.
I think the last Marvel movie that I saw was the first Captain America.
Okay, but I thought you said you saw Ant-Man.
I did see Ant-Man.
You saw Ant-Man?
And I saw Deadpool. So I'm lying.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm lying.
I've seen 3. I've seen Deadpool, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises.
Did you watch Deadpool 2 yet?
No.
That's good.
I haven't had a chance to.
That's definitely good.
I think I've seen all of them. I've seen all the Marvel movies. I've seen all the Star Wars movies. Marvel's crazy because it covers, there's so many different characters and a lot of them have their own movies.
Right.
Like
22 movies that led up to Infinity War.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Now,
22 movies.
Is The Dark Knight, is that
No,
Dark Knight
with
is
any of them?
DC.
that's a different comic.
Because I like those.
Yeah, those are great. That's DC Comics. Marvel Comics is the Avengers,
Stan Lee.
Spider-Man,
Stanley.
yeah. And until recently, 20th Century Fox owned the X-Men, but now Disney bought them, so
That's coming.
X-Men is back in the Marvel cinematic universes, which I'm anxious to see what they do because they have a new X-Men movie coming out. And I'm curious if that's going to be kind of the last one so that they can reboot it again.
Which, if you notice in the Avengers, Scarlet Witch and the brother that I can't remember his name,
Quicksilver.
they never call them mutants
Right. They didn't.
because
they
that's a
could-
whole
Yeah.
thing. And now Disney's going to have it all, and they'll be X-Men versus Avengers or with
It's
Avengers.
Something,
It's
like
coming.
it's coming.
All right, Steve. Quick, off the top of the head. I want the answer quick.
Oh man,
Favorite and least favorite Marvel characters, Marvel superheroes. Go.
least favorite Marvel superhero,
Wolverine.
Wolverine. Wolverine's like,
Dude, you're
top
the weirdest.
five.
You're the weirdest fucking guy, Kev.
top
But no,
five.
it's a
I'm
serious
a big
question.
Iron Man fan.
I love Iron Man.
He's probably the top. Just the quips, the comebacks, the attitude.
Yep.
That's probably my favorite. I can't get into Ant-Man. Like, he's
you said
okay.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Ant-Man fan.
To me, the Ant-Man thing felt immature.
Yeah.
So I'll go Ant-Man as the low and
Low
Iron Man as the high.
Okay.
Hancock was my favorite.
It was a dope movie, though.
It's a dope
I
movie.
loved that movie.
Yeah. It's a dope movie. I like movies like that where it's an original idea. It's
Yeah.
not something. They have one coming out soon called Brightburn. It's basically, it looks like kind of Bizarro, I think, like a alternate Superman.
Now, Shazam.
Have you seen trailers of that?
No, I
Dude,
haven't.
it's like a horror movie. It's basically like if Superman turned out bad, but he's a kid.
Really?
So it's like you know the story of Superman. He
Yeah,
crashes
yeah.
on Earth, and then the
Oh,
family
no,
adopts
I
him.
did see this.
Yo, it looks wild.
Yeah.
It does. It looks good.
Is Shazam part of the Marvel?
That's DC as well.
Oh, okay.
My Allison and the kids went to see that. They loved it.
Yeah, she said she liked it.
Yeah, they said it was really good.
I heard it. I heard it's good. I want to see it. It looks good. It looks funny. It looks kind of like they took a little bit of a page out of the Marvel movies because they're a little bit more funny than the DC movies have been. Like Wonder Woman was really serious.
I think they're all really serious besides like Deadpool.
Yeah.
Marvel has some.
Marvel, like all the Avengers, like all those movies that are connected to the Avengers definitely have some comedic values to it. Black Panther, not as much. And Captain Marvel, not as much. And then these past two, Infinity War didn't have much comedy. Endgame did.
Endgame had some.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to do What's the Point? And then late review. And if nobody here cares about spoilers, I guess me and Steve can talk Endgame spoilers.
Ooh.
Fuck it. It's at the end. I'll go last so then they can turn it off if they don't want to hear it. Spoiler alert. We'll be right back.
Loud, brash, controversial, and now completely uncensored. Foundation Radio is joining the Might Be News Network. Foundation Radio, exclusively on the Might Be News Network podcast. Just search Might Be News Network to listen and subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and everywhere podcasts are found. New episodes every other Thursday.
Welcome back. Might Be News, Season 5, Episode 2. You believe it's 5 seasons, Kev?
It's crazy.
It's great.
It's crazy.
5 seasons for the Might Be News. We're in full swing. Season 2 for the Might Be News Network.
It hasn't been 5 years.
No, it hasn't been 5 years. It's been 5 seasons.
Get it right, people.
Yeah. Did I say years? Because I have said it before. Like, last year we did it like this, and that's not correct. It's last season.
Nah, you said seasons.
Yeah. We take breaks, whatever. We've been doing that from the beginning. And it seems to work out. I think people will get tired of us after a while and need some time away, just like we needed some time away. I will say this, though. Premiere Week was awesome. Everybody came over and was really, really excited to get back into this, and it showed. I think that all the episodes were really great last week. In this time-space continuum, it's Friday, so this weekend I am finishing up the Patreon page. We're going to have more information on that as we go along this season. We're going to keep adding to it. I mentioned it last week. Also, we're on YouTube. We're behind on current episodes because we're still uploading all the old ones. We have a ton of content, people. If you're new to the network, go back and check things out. We try to talk about stories that the news isn't necessarily covering all the time. And we have a great time doing what we're doing. There's a ton of shows on Might Be News Network, mbnnetwork.com. Get at it. Do it. Check it out. Premiere Week was great.
Or just ask Alexa.
Ask Alexa. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Unless you have kids and your Alexa set up to parental settings, and then they won't let you.
Which is a wonderful thing.
It worked out great.
We were over at
my
your
kids
place.
did it.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, and they couldn't listen to it, which was great. I love that.
Yeah, my oldest
I love
tried.
that.
She tried Alexa to try and listen, and it was like, you are not allowed to do that with your settings.
It's so awesome. So yeah, thank you to everybody that's out there listening to us. We can't wait to give you more content and more of what you like here at the network. So, all right, without further ado, let's go with what's the point? What's the point?
Is there a point to this? What is your
Are
point?
you just gonna sit there and look stupid?
All right, Kev, what's your point?
So, I want to talk about low-key Elon Musk being a pimp. He's pretty cool. I mean, so I don't know if anybody else realizes this, but I'm just going to kind of make note of it and then talk about another thing that he's rolling out. But Elon Musk developed Tesla. It's his car brand. They came out with the Model S. Then they came out with the Model 3. Then they came out with the Model X. And he just released Model Y.
Sexy.
I thought that was hilarious.
I bet you did.
That's funny.
It is funny.
Good stuff.
But so Elon Musk is is preparing Tesla to roll out with this thing where pretend like you have a Tesla and you are on your way to work, getting ready to park your car, or you're on your way home, getting ready to come into your house for the night and just be home. You can link up your phone to your car and say, all right, Tesla, I'm home for the night. The car leaves your house by itself and is your own personal Uber, and it goes out, drives people around, does what it needs to do, and comes back to you in the morning. You get to keep 70% of the profit, and Tesla gets to keep 30%.
What?
Yes. How wild is that?
That's kind of dope.
Yeah. Tell me about it. So
Like you're an Uber driver without even having to drive?
Without even having to do anything.
Dude, that's kind of hard. That's awesome.
So, like,
what happens if your car crashes?
So, wait, the person that calls the Uber, I guess they put in their destination and it takes them to it?
Right. And there's with Teslas being so smart. I don't know if you've ever seen a Tesla up and close, but there's cameras all over it. I mean, on the B columns, there's cameras. Inside, there's cameras. I mean, they're actually watching you to see if you're watching the road.
This is going to catch on and be huge. Because how many stories are you hearing now where Uber drivers or people are posing as Uber drivers and they're taking people, or the person calling the Uber is taking advantage of the Uber driver. Right. Yeah, if this goes, it's going to be big.
Right. I mean, you can't steal the car.
Right.
Because it's just going to come back to your house anyway.
Right.
You have the keys. But yeah, Elon Musk said something. I mean, it's to help subsidize the cost of the car, partially or fully, however much you let it go out and drive. These cars are supposed to be able to get 1 million miles.
Wow.
1 million miles.
Crazy.
So you can share your car at particular times, like while you're at work or while you're at home, but you can also let people, your friends, your coworkers, or your social media friends, like set parameters on who it's allowed to pick up.
Huh.
Pretty wild.
So the coolest thing about that to me is that, like, if more and more people owned a Tesla in like a concentrated area like Los Angeles or something like that, that would cut down on traffic big time.
Oh yeah,
immensely.
Because you would be where you're supposed to be, but your car would be out picking people up, and like obviously one car between a whole group of people. That's amazing.
So I shared this. I shared this point with a buddy of mine, and he was like, "Yeah, that's cool technology, but you haven't heard about this technology yet." So these big trucking companies are coming out with these when I say self-driving trucks, where they actually have a lead truck with a driver in it and 6 trucks behind it with nobody driving the 6 trucks behind it, and the other 5 trucks watch the lead truck make all the exact turns that it makes, and it cuts down on paying 5 other drivers. These trucks, since they're self-driven, are able to follow so close to the lead truck that they save on like 40% fuel because they're just drafting off of the other ones, and you're making 6 times the money.
Wow, that's pretty.
That kind of scares me though.
Yeah,
it's different when you have a car and a truck.
Yeah. You're talking about 2 different worlds.
Listen, the first time that I see a Tesla driving down the street with nobody driving it, I'm gonna shit my pants. If I see a tractor trailer, dude, game over. But I completely understand, how that would help out and work. But that's just, wow, that's scary.
Isn't that nuts though?
Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Good point, Kev.
Thanks.
Great job, dude.
Thanks.
Danny, what's your point? I'm going to pretend like I don't know your point.
Hey, have you guys heard about this drone that delivered to Oregon and Maryland?
An Oregon?
An Oregon.
You know what's funny? When I kind of spoiled that story, I like looked up and I was like, "Oh, Danny knows about this. Cool. I don't have to talk about it." And then it turned out that it was your point.
So this happened at the University of Maryland, April 19th. It was a short flight. It was only 10 minutes, 2.8 miles. But it was a man-made drone, unmanned, and it flew an organ. It was it was a kidney, I believe. And it was the first ever of its kind. This drone is the size of a washing machine. So it's not it's a decent sized drone. But it has the ability to monitor the organ while it's being transported.
Oh, no shit.
So it can control the climate, just everything with this drone. And this is going to help save lives by getting these organs to people who need them a lot quicker and a lot safer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
So this is it's the beginning of something that, has the potential to save a lot of lives. But that thing was the size of a washing machine. It's huge.
How far did it go on its first trip?
2.8 miles, 10 minutes. Wow. So it was the first one ever. So, they didn't want to, do too long of a flight, but it was just enough to, see that, hey, this is very possible. And, we can go further in, figuring out how to do this.
You'd shit your pants with a Tesla driving down. I'd shit my pants with a washing machine.
Flying
over my head with a kidney in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty wild. Pretty cool stuff.
That's awesome.
The future is now.
Really cool.
I mean, we're talking about drones delivering organs and self-driving trucks and trucks.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about on here before as well, like drone, like Ubers is coming next after this self-driving shit.
Yeah.
It's all crazy. It's all crazy. All right. So my point this week, they recently, last week, they released the first trailer for the new live action Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Has anybody here seen this trailer?
No.
Not seen the trailer, but I looked at a picture.
Okay, so Jim Carrey's going to play Dr. Robotnik, which he looks great as Dr. Robotnik. I'm excited for that. But the internet destroyed Sonic. The way that they made Sonic look, he's got human teeth. He's not wearing gloves. He looks literally, I shouldn't say literally nothing like Sonic because he's blue. He's a hedgehog. But he looks dumb. He looks dumb.
I don't think I've ever seen Sonic.
For what?
The video game, yes. I'm talking about like TV shows.
The Fox cartoon Sonic that now Disney owns.
Yeah. they had a cartoon about it, which was awesome. But like,
also I remember the video game.
Yeah, this is a live action movie. So the Sonic
live action with a blue hedgehog.
Does he just go around collecting coins?
I haven't seen any coins, but he's
rings.
definitely rings.
Right?
Yes. But anyway, the internet reacted very negatively to this trailer, and the movie's due to come out in November. And just the other day, the director of Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, Jeff Fowler, came out with a tweet and said, "Thank you for the support and the criticism. The message is loud and clear. You aren't happy with the design, and you want changes. It's going to happen. Everyone at Paramount and Sega are fully committed to making this character the best he can be." So he's going through. He's got his team working tirelessly at this point to basically go back and redesign the main character for his movie.
That's pretty dope.
Because the internet wins again.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, the internet wins again. And I think it's really great that this guy is just like, all right, well, listen, you guys aren't happy with it. I'm going to fix it.
If only everybody would listen to the people.
Exactly.
But it's just for him to read those comments. Like a lot of people would just, read the comments and be like, whatever, don't go see the movie then. He's actually, taking that, into perspective and saying, all right, well, we're going to make him how you guys think he should be made.
Right. And it's absolutely fantastic. And it makes me kind of excited to see this movie. Well, I need to see what it looks like. Yeah, I need to see what work they do because they have a lot of work to do.
I think you're going to be disappointed either way.
It's possible. It's possible.
You're a hard person to please.
Also, I just want to. I'm a hard person. Also, I just wanted to say shout out to Steve, who's here tonight, because I'm not going to be here next week.
Oh, shoot.
I'm not going to be here next week.
We don't want you anyway.
So wait, we're recording next week without you?
Without me. Yep.
It's going to be Kev's favorite episode.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think we have a title.
So Steve is going to produce the show, and he's here learning the ropes. I'm kind of just showing him how we do this, and you guys are going to have a good time next week. I'm excited to listen. I'm excited. And Kev, if you do anything too crazy, remember that you can't do what I can do.
If we get over 50 plays on that episode when you're not on it, you have to shave your beard.
Oh my God. No.
He's going to look like a giant penis.
No.
All right, just your stash.
And Jackie's not going to be on Relatable Radio. Steve is also producing that.
Oh, shoot.
I'm like stepped in dog shit. I'm all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steve's going to take over.
So shout out to Steve. Yeah, he's going to take over.
Let's save the shout outs until I actually get the shit on the internet. Just save it until episodes are able to be
It
listened
happens,
to by
yeah.
people.
You might get a couple phone calls.
Steve, what the fuck is happening?
I'll do my best.
What does this red button do right here?
But thank you for coming over and learning this, Steve, because I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Shout out to my dad, whose 60th birthday was over the weekend. That's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in North Carolina, hanging out with him, celebrating his birthday. He only turned 60 once, so and it works out because Jackie has a bachelorette party in South Carolina. Shout out to Katie and AB for that. But she's just going to drop me off. I'm going to hang out with Pops all weekend. It's going to be dope.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot. All right, so anyway, it's late review time. Here we go. I know it's a little late, but
You're just hearing about this?
I can't believe I'm just hearing
why
about
didn't I know about this sooner? All right, Danny, what do you got this week?
So I watched the Netflix series You. And you guys seen this?
No.
No, I haven't.
Fucking wild.
Really?
It's this guy who is just obsessed with this girl. Like completely obsessed with her, where he starts he ends up saving her life and her phone gets damaged. So he ends up stealing the broken phone. He has all of her account passwords and everything, and he literally stalks her wherever she goes. Because he is just so obsessed with this girl. It was fucking wild.
Yeah?
And freaky, the lengths of shit that this guy went to.
Really?
Yeah.
He's like a stalker kind of guy?
Oh, 150%.
Okay.
Like stage 5 clinger times 2.
Really?
Oh yeah. It was wild.
Violent? Is he violent?
I don't want to say.
Okay.
I don't want to give anything away.
Okay. It's like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of like twists and stuff?
Yeah, there's definitely twists.
Okay.
I give it a 7 just because I hated the ending.
Really?
I hated the ending.
Is it like an end? Like, is it
No.
a limited series or are they coming back?
No, they're already doing a season 2.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it was really good.
Okay.
This was a show that Allison and I watched together. It took us a little long to watch because she was hooked on Grace for so long.
Yeah.
But it was just... The guy's a fucking genius.
Really?
Like, he is a legit genius at how he gets away with the shit that he does. But
Very cool.
it's just... It's crazy to think that there are people out there that have gone this far and done this type of stuff. But I suggest checking it out. It's on Netflix. It's called You.
Okay. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
Steve, you have a review.
I do have a review. So this is a review of a YouTube. I don't want to say it's a series. It's just a series of videos. It's by a guy named Rick Beato. And if you've ever seen the video where the kid has perfect pitch, the guy will just play like 4 random notes on a piano.
Yeah.
So it's that guy. but he does a series called What Makes This Song Great. And if you're into music at all, check it out. What he'll do is he'll play through the song and he'll break it down like a producer would. So he's got his big board in front of him and he'll raise and lower the levels so you can only hear just the guitar track, or you can hear just the drums with just the bass. So it breaks down the pieces of a song and see how it builds up. It does get a little music theory nerdy a little bit.
Yeah.
He gets into like the fifth of this chord resolves at this segment into the seventh, and that bass note it gets a little over my head.
Right.
But I always wanted to be able to listen to a song and say, I just want to hear the drums on that.
Right.
And he'll raise that up. And it's a really cool series. My favorite video is probably the Peter Gabriel In Your Eyes. That's a favorite song of mine from way back. And the way he breaks that down, and you can hear just the international drums and then the regular drums and the way the vocals come off. It's really good. I give it an 8.5. If you're into music at all, check out this series.
What's it called again?
What Makes This Song Great?
Okay.
And he does songs from The Doors, Alice in Chains, Led Zeppelin, Tool, Foo Fighters, Weezer, Fleetwood Mac, Peter Gabriel, Van Halen. It's a lot of songs that you'll know.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a cool thing. Check it out.
Very cool.
It sounds pretty cool, because there are some songs like I was talking about a song the other day on the radio, "Hot for Teacher," and I remember playing that on Guitar Hero and trying to do the drums. And I was listening to that song, and I was listening to just the drums in that song. And I was, trying to think, like, I wonder what just the drums sound like with just the double bass going the entire time. That's pretty awesome.
It breaks it down in ways that you wouldn't think of. And it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Kev, what do you got?
Two things real quick. One, to make note on this past Thursday's episode of Might Be Sports. Mr. Other Kevin of the network.
Uh-oh.
No beef. Playoff hockey is one of the greatest things to watch on TV.
I got your back.
Yes.
I got your back on this one.
Playoff hockey is one of the best things to watch on TV when it comes to sports. It's one of the hardest hitting sports. It is the hardest hitting sport across the board.
So for people that don't know what's going on, why don't you tell us what Kevin Reevy said?
He said that playoff hockey is garbage. Just to sum it up, he said playoff hockey is garbage.
That's basically what he said.
He said, how can you watch a sport where the top dog gets knocked out in the first round? First of all, every fucking sports movie is about the underdog. I mean, come on.
That's true.
It's true.
Very true.
Like, no. And to back my point on it being the hardest hitting sport, where do you have two players that are skating at about 20 miles an hour colliding with people with a weapon in their hands and knives on their feet? Come on, guys. Let's get it together. They're skating. Hockey players top out at around 20 miles per hour. Granted, every time that they're checking, they're not hitting at 20 miles per hour, but football they're not running at 20 miles an hour.
So are you reviewing what Kevin Reevy said?
No, I'm reviewing. Kevin, get it together. Playoff hockey is one of the best sports to watch on TV. I don't care what you say about your baseball playoffs. I don't care what you say about your basketball playoffs, football playoffs. Football playoffs might be the most popular, but playoff hockey is the most entertaining to watch.
It's the most exciting to watch.
Right. Yeah. And absolutely. Absolutely. Most conditioned athletes across the board.
I'll fight with you about that.
No, I'm not.
Basketball.
No,
Soccer.
Absolutely.
Soccer is legit.
Soccer.
I'm not.
No.
Dude, they stay out there the whole game.
Yeah, and half of them are fucking standing around.
How long is a shift? How long is a normal shift in hockey?
45 seconds.
45 seconds.
Exactly.
So you go out there, you skate for 45 seconds, you go sit on the bench.
You skate your fucking ass off.
Okay, but you're gliding on ice. for 45 seconds.
You're not no.
And then you go sit down.
No, you're not gliding. But anyways,
we have to have you on sports to talk about this.
Yes, I will be.
Review something for Christ's sake.
Mid-90s.
Okay.
Jonah Hill. Watched that this week.
I want to see that. The skateboarding joint, right?
Yes. Yeah. It was good. It had its slow points, but I definitely dug it. It kept my attention the whole time. How this kid just wanted to fit in with these older kids. It was a legit movie. Jonah Hill for his first movie that he produced and he directed.
Yeah.
Definitely did an awesome job. If I was going to rate it, I'd give it a 7.5.
I like the soundtrack. The soundtrack was real good.
Well, I had a couple Wu-Tang songs in there.
It did, right up my alley.
Yeah. So, no, it was a good movie. I really dug it. But, Kevin, get your shit together.
Wow.
Is that movie on Netflix? Where's that at?
Amazon Prime.
I heard that's very autobiographical for him. Like he was that kind of kid.
Yep. Yeah.
I liked it. I watched it. Jackie and I and Nathan watched it.
Yeah.
One weekend a while ago. It was good. All right. My turn. So spoiler alert. I'm going to talk about Avengers Endgame. Steve's seen it.
Yes.
The other two guys here don't really care.
Yeah, I'll sit this one out.
So Jackie and I went to go see Avengers with my sister-in-law, Maggie. Shout out to Maggie. And like I said, I've seen all these movies. I was very, very excited for this movie. I liked it. I'm going to start out by saying that I give it an 8. I liked Infinity War a lot more. Infinity War was a lot more action packed. This one was definitely considerably slower. So basically, I don't know if I should say the whole spoiler. Should I say the whole spoiler? Like what happens at the end, Steve?
I don't know if I would.
No,
I
because
think
I
you can
still
do it
do want
without.
to see
You
it
still wanna see it?
eventually.
Okay.
You can get into it without.
I'm gonna just say this. I've never been a fan of Captain America, like in the comic books or in the movies. I did like his movies, but even still, like he's my least favorite Avenger. I don't like Cyclops and the X-Men. Like I don't like the goody two-shoes superheroes. Like those just aren't my flavor.
You're calling Hawkeye over Captain America?
I would definitely say Hawkeye over Captain
Okay.
America. Not power-based or anything like that, but just
enjoyment,
as far as like a character that I enjoy. And they did so many fucking hokey things with Captain America in this movie. And
Especially at the end.
Especially at the end. Oh my God. Like I'm watching this movie and straight up in the movie theater, I'm sitting there and I face palmed a couple times. I was like, that's fucking stupid what they just did. And it brought me back. I've talked about how I didn't like the most recent Star Wars movie. There was parts of that movie where it was a horrendous facepalm moments in that movie. And that's how this made me feel at certain points during the movie. I feel like there's way too much Ant-Man in this movie. I felt like, and it's fine. I like Paul Rudd. And he's funny, and these parts were funny in this movie. There was a lot more comedy in this movie than I was anticipating.
The tacos were good.
That was funny. Yeah, that was funny. There was a lot of funny parts. There was not enough Captain Marvel.
And I wonder if, because they shot Captain Marvel and then shot the Avengers almost like right away, I don't think they knew that Captain Marvel was going to be as big as it was.
Right.
And I think they were kind of hedging their bet like, we'll get a little Captain Marvel in there, but we don't want to overdo it in case the movie doesn't do too well.
Right. Which is a shame because she's the shit. And I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. This movie, I give it an 8 because I'm loyal to the whole thing. There was emotional parts for sure. There was a part at the end where you could hear people sobbing in the movie theater where we were. Kids crying, adults crying. Like there was some very emotional parts of this movie. And if you've seen a lot of these movies, if you're into it, you've got to watch the Infinity Wars and you got to watch Endgame. It's got to happen. I'm really curious where they're going to go from here. I know that the next movie is Spider-Man Far From Home, which I'm very excited about because I enjoy Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Homecoming was really, really good. So we'll see. I know that they have plans they've already said this week that they're going to be shooting Guardians of the Galaxy 3 sometime in 2020 after James Gunn's garbage, probably Suicide Squad movie comes out. So we'll see what happens with Marvel. But Endgame was a really good way for it to end. I was expecting more.
With what happened in Endgame at the end, I think the Guardians of the Galaxy could be cool.
Yes.
That could be cool.
Yes. As long as it stays the way that it is at the end of this movie, I would be very, very happy with that. I don't want to spoil that part, but
right.
Way too much dumb shit with Captain America in this movie. Way too much.
Yeah. The only counter I have to that is, and I pretty much agree with everything, to wrap up 22 different movies to have it be enjoyable to everybody is damn near impossible.
Yeah, I agree.
It was an impossible task.
I agree.
And I think they did a really good job of wrapping everything up.
Yeah.
And the fact that they didn't have the extra scene after the credits really let you know that
this is over.
This is it.
Yeah. And I think that it's funny because throughout all these movies, like growing up, I didn't like Thor in the comics. I thought he was cool, but the way he talked, the way it was, I just wasn't into it. But he's straight up my favorite character in the movies. And so
especially the last one.
Oh,
the last one he was great.
Yeah, he was
great.
His last solo one, the Ragnarok, is my favorite Avengers based movie. But the movie's great. Go check it out. I was expecting more. Maybe I shouldn't be like that. Maybe I'm greedy. Here we go with This Week in History. And now it's time,
Jesus Christ,
for This Week in History.
You gotta do me like that.
With co-host Kev.
Fuck.
What do you got, Kev?
I love that intro.
May 7th, 2000, Vladimir Putin was inaugurated as Russia's president. May 8th, 1877, the first Westminster Dog Show was held. May 9th, 1914, Mother's Day became a public holiday. And that is it for the week.
Wow. It's a garbage week.
Garbage.
Wow.
Struggling to find things.
Danny, you said you had something?
Yeah, hint, motherfucking hint. May 12th is Mother's Day.
Yes.
All right, so everybody listening to this podcast, you're listening to this Monday or whatever day throughout the week. Mother's Day is this Sunday. Go out there and get that special mom of your kids or your mom something special. Hint, motherfucking hint. Mother's Day, May 12th.
Shout out to the moms. Good job, Danny.
Thanks.
Kev, you did a wonderful job tonight.
Appreciate it.
Steve, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for learning how to do this. I'm going to miss everybody next week, especially you, Danny.
You know what? I don't know how we're going to do this without you.
I'm really curious to see. I can't wait to find out.
Not as curious as I am.
I think you guys are going to do a great job. I'm only a phone call away.
Down in flames.
I'm only a phone call away. Steve, do you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
We can FaceTime.
All right.
Yeah. We can figure it out.
I'll tell you right now, I'm more worried about that and I'm pointing at the computer than I am about this pointing at the microphone.
You'll be totally fine. It's easy. It's easy.
We might just have to have like a drunken episode.
Or don't even worry about the intros and shit. We'll talk about it. It's just
Let's
have fun.
talk about it.
Just have fun. It'll be fine. Shout out to everybody out there listening. So far, season 2 has been great for the network, and we're gonna have a all new Novak and Franz this week, which I'm excited about. Relatable Radio tomorrow. Might Be Sports is still on Wednesday, and nothing going on this Friday that I know of just yet. We might fuck around and surprise you, but probably not. We're working on some Might Be Tuned stuff coming up.
You can't tease of us a surprise and then say not.
Well, I don't know if it is. Might not be. Probably isn't. I'm telling you right now. We have nothing on Friday.
That's like giving a fat kid a piece of cake and saying, here's a piece of cake, but you can't eat it.
Don't be disappointed if we don't have anything on Friday, because we're not going to have anything on Friday. I'm telling you. I swear to God we don't. I swear to God we don't. But anyway, excellent job tonight. Kev, say peace out.
See ya.
Danny, peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out, Steve.
Peace out, guys.
All right, guys. MBNnetwork.com. It's never been easier for you to find your new favorite podcast. Go there now. Check us out on YouTube. Ask Alexa about us. Holler at your boy. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much for listening.